Gordon, I'm in an extremely optimistic place right now. Is
Yeah.
that is that okay?
Yes.
Guess who's back?
Jets are back.
Back again. A-Rod's back. Tell a friend. There. Good.
Like you said it, dude. A-Rod's back in the building. Let's hope he brings some of that magic, right? Some of that juice. Because again, welcome back to Jets Therapy. I know we've kind of been off last week. I think that Black Friday game had me feeling some type of way. I was there in person. Speaking of
You did
juice,
go. You
there
did
was
go.
none, man. You could sense it in the players. There was none.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping, you know what I mean? And not to, keep bringing up A-Rod, but like he's back in the building. And I feel like the things that he's been saying are trying to motivate the team, right? Like he said, I'm not coming back if we're not in contention. And I think I feel like that's like a roundabout way to try to motivate the team to be like, hey, we got to win these next two games. And then we got our MVP quarterback back, right? So
Yeah.
not to think too far ahead of us, but we got the Falcons tomorrow. I could go either way, man. I mean, again, I think, ask me at the beginning of the year, we're winning this game, right? This is a no questions asked. But after a four game losing streak,
Mm-hmm.
4 game losing streak,
4 and 3 to 4 and 7.
I'm not as optimistic as I usually am. Let me put it that way. I do think there's pathways where you can win. I think Desmond Ridder was one of the only quarterbacks that, Sauce has intercepted. I know that was in a combined practice, right? A joint practice. They played together at Cincy for a little while, if I'm not mistaken.
They did.
So I think that'll help us in the long run. I mean, obviously you're going to change, new system, new Lee. I mean, college to pros, but Sauce knows him a little bit. And I don't think they have as many weapons as we do, but
no.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So what do you got? What do you think? What do you think?
I'm going to put this game in a box.
Okay.
I'm going to forget the past and pretend that there's no future and just look at these two teams.
I like
Even
that.
with TB7, Tim Boyle, who I think within certain circumstances can perform.
Okay.
He's not someone who's going to elaborate. He's not someone who's going to create plays. He's not someone who's going to be exciting to watch. But I think that he can still run a successful offense with an extremely good defense, which we have. Okay. So I'm going to just strictly look at this game of there's been no season. I'm not worried about the future.
Clean slate.
I just want to look at kind of like what you just said. I want to look at the players on the field. I just want to look at the talent. I want to look at just matchups. I want to look at where these two teams are.
All right.
Strictly for this upcoming Sunday. And I like our chances. Just like you said, a lot of the time it's who has the better players.
Yeah.
Who has the better players? I feel like we have more explosive players. I feel like we have players who have established themselves. Now, when you think about the Falcons, you don't think about splash plays. You don't think about, you really just think about Bijan Robinson. Like, that's it.
Yeah. You used to think about Kyle Pitts, but not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore. These two teams are very similar in a lot of ways. We're like, it's kind of like if you shut down this guy or shut down these two guys on offense, you'll be okay.
I like that. There's not much depth after those initial star players. Yeah.
So I think both teams are kind of game planning in a very similar way. But at the same time, I still feel that at the end of the day, forgetting the past, that the Jets have more talent on the field with Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and that's it, to succeed. And then obviously you
That's
need a couple other guys to step up. But I still feel that on
yeah,
the offensive side of the ball, with just those two guys, we should be able to be successful.
I agree. I mean, that's if Brees Hall's on the field. I mean, we've got all three running backs questionable for
Oh
the
god,
game. I don't
no,
know if you
they're
saw that.
playing. Izzy might not,
Um,
but
huh?
I said Izzy might not, but Brees is he's playing.
They're playing, right? I mean, it's Dalvin Cook, Brees, and Izzy are all questionable. So that's I don't know what happened in that running back room, but something happened. But hopefully they're going to be there. Hopefully they're playing. But I agree, dude. I mean, I don't know what's going to go on with Alan Lazard this weekend. If he's going to be another healthy scratch. I know he said he was upset not to play with TB7 last week. But man, I just it's trying not to look at the past is difficult, right? I mean, especially with this team, I want to so bad. Dare I say I kind of want Zach Wilson back, man. Like
Yeah, of course.
after seeing
I said that in the
last
video I
weekend,
made.
like the what did it cost? Did you see that? Is that the video you're talking about?
No, I just said that I said that in the video that I made. That
Oh yeah,
halfway
yeah.
through
I
the last
want
game, I was like, I want to see Zach Wilson again because Tim Boyle's so freaking bad.
strictly because his ceiling is much higher. Like,
Yeah, but
who
his
cares
ceiling's been
about the
higher for
floor,
two and a
right?
half
And
years.
like Zach Wilson is going to give us so much, or can give us, has the ability to give us. But who knows? I mean, so we're gonna see TB7, we're gonna see Simeon, possibly who knows? Probably not see Simeon. We're probably gonna see Tim Boyle again.
Dude, we
Um,
might see Simeon halfway through the game if Tim Boyle is, 7 for
Similar to last
19 or
week.
whatever it
Yeah.
is. Yes, we're gonna see Simeon.
So I don't know, man. It's I'm at a loss for words with this one. I really am, because it's one of those games where it's like I want us to win. I think we can win. But what is this? They haven't shown me that we have the ability to win this game.
Gordon,
Um,
we're gonna. There's no past.
I'm down bad, man.
Do you
I'm
remember
down
what I
bad
told
on the
you?
Jets
There's
this
no
year.
past. We're gonna win. We're a better team. We got a better running game.
Our
We got better
defense
wide
is phenomenal.
receivers. We got one of the best defenses in the league. We got Tim TB7, who's going to prove himself. He's finally got a full week to prep and go with the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is back. Let's hope he brings that. Let's hope he brings that gumption, that juice. I hate that word, but the juice, baby. Let's see
Good
it.
for you. Good for
I
you.
want to
Well
see
done.
it. So I don't know, man.
I'm gonna let me roll quick into keys to success, and mine's gonna be super short.
Let's see. What do we got?
Brees Hall.
Okay.
When
Run.
Brees Hall
Pick up the grimy yards.
when I don't even want to comment on that. When Brees Hall scores a touchdown, we win.
Plain and simple.
That's it. Brees Hall needs to run for 80 plus yards and score a touchdown, and we will win. Get that man moving. And it looks like we're gonna have some additions to the offensive line.
We're coming. We got some players.
Schweitzer.
Schweitzer's coming back, right?
Dwayne Brown is potentially going to be
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Which, and at this point, because I was all on the train of like, you can't move Becton, you can't move Becton. He's earned the left tackle spot. If that's all that Dwayne Brown can play, throw him at left tackle and put Becton at right tackle. I'm sorry.
I kind of agree with
You
you.
have to have your 5 best guys.
At
And
this
if
point,
Becton's gonna, piss and moan, so be it.
Yeah.
You have to have your 5 best guys. So, I mean, if you have Dwayne, Lakin, Titman, who looks like a stud,
absolute stud.
and then you have
Schweitzer, probably. I think Schweitzer
probably Schweitzer and then Becton. That should be adequate.
should be a
That
serviceable
should be
line.
decent, and those guys start to gel together. That's your offensive line. Get Brees going. Don't run away. Don't get away from the run game early just because he's only picking up a few yards here and there. Continue to give him the ball. Give him the ball. He's literally might be your best player on the whole entire team, and you need to feed him.
Probably. I agree, man. And not to say the same thing, but yeah, got to get Brees going, get the run game going, but also like stay disciplined, stay within the game.
Yeah,
just focus, play by play. I mean, that's my key to success. Is just be in it. Because again, being at the stadium last weekend, it was like you could sense that, like you could sense the players giving up towards the end, like the defense 100%. And like I'm not on the field, right? But we're there. You can see it. Like players, they didn't try to tackle Mostert on that touchdown he scored. Like it's just like, I want to see him get back into it, get back to basics, and just win a game. Win a game, and that winning helps everything, right? Winning heals all wounds. So you win this game, you're back. So I don't. We've got a mountain to climb to still make the playoffs, and I hate that we're talking about it. But you know what? Anything is possible in this AFC East right now. I still believe that.
Dude, like,
still have the Patriots and the Dolphins to play again. So,
well, hopefully this is the year we beat the Patriots because they're an absolute train wreck. But so are we. So who knows?
So are we.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, that's the thought, right? Like, if you win the next 2 games, you go 6-7, and you're 6-7. There's a chance that A-Rod comes back. That
things can swing our way.
Game.
Things can swing.
Like, and I'm not saying that you put A-Rod into this offense and we win every game. But, like, it's not like we have the hardest schedule in the world to the last 3 games. What is it? Washington. We're finished with the Patriots. Washington. Who do we play week 17?
Browns.
Washington, Browns, Patriots. I mean, those are winnable games. I think 2 out of the 3 are away. But, like, those are extremely winnable games for Rodgers. So, like, because you're probably. I think that we're not going to beat the Dolphins. I just don't think so. So
I don't think so. I agree.
Especially
down in Florida.
I don't see us winning out. This season's been a train wreck. It's been horrible for Jet fans. We're sad. We're hurt. We're
down
angry. Bad. We're malicious. We hate each other. We hate the team. We hate everything.
I don't hate you.
We love each other, Gordon. But, like, get to 6-7. You're probably going to lose. Again, you're probably going to lose to the Dolphins. I don't know if he comes back to the Dolphins game or what. Get to 6-7, 6-8. Rodgers comes back, wins the last 3 games. You go to 9-8.
9-8. Even if we don't make the playoffs, 9-8 has a good ring to it.
9-8. Rodgers comes back and proves all we need. This is what we need. We need to prove that Hackett's offense has the ability to be successful.
Yeah,
can win games. Because right now, it's the worst. It's the worst offensive coordinator. It's the worst offense ever. It's the worst thing you've ever seen. So you have to know that. And I think that's what Rodgers wants to prove. Rodgers wants to do 2 things. Come back and say, hey, Garrett, I'm going to get you yards. I'm going to give you what you deserve and give you a 1,500 yard season and a couple more touchdowns. And I'm going to prove that Hackett deserves to be here next year. And I'm going to prove that Saleh deserves to be here next year so that we can come back with all the same guys and just rerun it. Run it back again because Rodgers is our guy. And that's what he wants to prove. And my God, I hope it happens.
I hope so too. I agree, man. I think this weekend is huge. This weekend is an absolute must win.
Because you lose your done.
Hackett deserving to be here, man. Did you after this week when he said the offense wasn't working because he was trying to take too many shots?
So
because he was trying to be too creative?
Let me comment something. Because I heard what you heard 100%. This is what the question was. What do you think it is about coaches that
pressing coach?
Yes. What do you think it is that coaches do when they start to press? What happens? And he says, maybe it's getting away from your game plan, whatever he says. Maybe it's not doing whatever. And then he says, it might be, coaches taking too many shots.
Do you think it was taken out of context?
I don't think that he was talking about the Jets offense. I can't believe in my mind that he's that dumb.
I would
like, in his mind, if he's going, we're taking way too many shots downfield. We have to stop throwing the ball deep. We have to do more checkdowns. We have to do more 3-yard passes to Breece Hall. If that's what he's thinking, I'm going to lose it.
Dan, I hope you're right.
That. I think he was just saying, because Jets Twitter, Jets YouTube, everybody lost their minds. Like, what? Like, just like what you're saying. I'm putting this game in a box. He was not saying that's what he does. He was saying that's what sometimes coaches do when they try to press, is throw the ball too deep. It's not what he was saying he does. Because there's no way he would believe that. We don't throw the ball deep.
I would hope he doesn't believe that. Yeah, I would hope he doesn't believe that.
There's no way.
Yeah. That's not what the Jets do. So I agree. I would hope it was taken out of context. I hope he was kind of, just talking about something else. But But yeah, man, this one's huge. Let's talk about what are we gonna do to possibly lose this game? Like, what do we got to avoid? Um, I mean, it's everything we've been doing, right? Like, I think Schweitzer coming back is huge. To be honest with you, I think Xavier Newman doing a serviceable job, but he's just not the caliber we need right now. I'm going to be curious to see what our offensive line is up front. But if I think they've got to get something going, and I think that's going to be it, right? Like if our offensive line is still struggling, we're not going to win this game.
You read my mind.
Yeah.
Give
Like
Tim a little bit of time, because if if he's being pressured on almost every play, look,
Yeah.
Tim actually can move a little bit. He's not a statue.
He was wearing Jordans last week, so
There you go. He's not a complete statue. He can move a little bit, but he's not like anywhere close to a scrambling quarterback. So like,
yeah,
you give him just the smallest amount of time because he wants to get rid of the ball. He doesn't want to hold on to it.
he does throw it quicker. I will say. I mean, he seems to throw it quick and get it out.
He wants to get. He's been watching Aaron Rodgers for how many years. He knows, and that's what A-Rod does best. He gets the ball out of his hand, and he's got a quick release. So like Tim Boyle, he wants to get rid of the ball. Give him just some time to read the field, and I think we'll be okay. And then you mix in a little bit of Breece Hall, obviously. But so in the stumbling blocks portion of that, what is that?
Mixing it in.
Oh, that's mixing. That looks like
sprinkling it in. There you go. How's that sound? Sprinkling it in.
Seasoning something.
Yeah, a little Salt Bay.
You go this way, Manziel.
Or this way.
DeVito.
Oh.
DeVito. Yeah. So the offensive line, if it falters, we falter.
Yeah,
100%.
Agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
We're just not going to be able to do anything.
I'm not worried about our defense, and I think
was going to say the same thing. There's like the defense is the defense. They're going to let up maybe 9 points in the first half, 6 points in the first half. Gordon, give me your prediction because I already know mine, and I'm about to put my DraftKings bet on for exact points.
Oh, nice background picture.
I'm so confident in my pick. It's going to happen.
17-14 Falcons. That's my
wow.
Yeah, dude, I'm down bad, man. 17-14 Falcons.
This is wrong. You know what I like about all of this? We're flipping roles right now. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. 17. It is a must win, but I want the team to prove me wrong. Let's put it that way. It's 17-14, but I want
them. You have no reason to believe that we would score points.
Yeah. Yeah. 14's even high for me, man. Like
3 days ago, I made the determination in my mind of what the score was going to be.
All right, you had a vision.
It was a
premonition.
Premonition, is that the word? It's something along those lines.
Vision, premonition, prophecy.
Yeah. 17-13 Jets.
Oh, okay.
Tim Boyle throws for a touchdown. Breece Hall runs one in. Greg, the leg, kicks a 42-yarder.
42 yards.
42-yarder.
You better bet that on bet that.
And they do. The Falcons do what they do. They score a couple points. They get a touchdown on the board, a couple field goals. 17-13 Jets.
All right.
This is the week, Gordon.
Let's hear it. I hope so.
Because like you said, this is the whole season.
Yeah,
if
this is
game. You kind of go.
Okay. You take a breath.
Okay.
You win this game. They take a breath. They reset.
7. You go. Hey, if you beat Houston, which there's no way that's happening.
That's a tough
one. If you beat Houston, 6-7. So win this game, 5-7.
Who's after Houston? Is it Commanders after Houston?
That's the Dolphins, I think.
Is it Dolphins that quick again?
Yeah.
Dolphins, Commanders, Browns,
Patriots.
Wow. Okay.
So we win this game.
I hope so. I love it. Dan. I wish I was as confident as you are right now.
I feel good about it. I feel great about it. And what I also feel great about is I'm going to miss half the game because I'm playing golf. I feel great about that.
You're playing golf, man. You're doing the thing.
Have to do it. have to filter it in. So
Hitting the links.
I'm going to catch the second half.
Shooting a 72 or what? What are you going to shoot?
So it's actually a golf tournament scramble. So I'm hoping we come in somewhere around 58 to 60.
Mm. Mm.
But it's supposed to be cold and wet, so that might become a 60 to 63.
She
So we'll
said.
see.
All right.
All right, man. I love it. I love it.
All right, everybody. Thank you again for watching Jets Therapy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Dan and I'm down bad, man. I hope I'm getting rejuvenated tomorrow. Like Dan said, we flip flop every now and again. Let's do it. JETS.
Jets.
We still love the team, and we still love all of you.
See y'all later.
Bye.